to this month's new moon in Pisces soul guidance reading. So straight off the bat, wherever you are in the world, it's a really good time to start manifesting and using your intuition and your imagination. And amazingly, the first two cards, I'm using the Osho Zen, and the first two cards I got in this position, which is what the month is about. Okay, so this is a key element of the month. And here we have the card from the Osho Zen called Silence. Now, if you look at the image really clearly, you can see that he's actually in a meditative state with his eyes closed and really imagining. Okay, the third eye is about the sense of intuition, getting clarity, and your internal wisdom and accessing your deep inner knowing. So I feel that with this month, from the 13th of March to the 14th of April, I feel, which is the next new moon in Aries. I could be wrong with the one in April, the exact date, but we do obviously have the cycle of the new moon is roughly about 28 days. So you will find that this forecast is for the month, all right? So coming into the energy, what the energy is about for this new moon, and what you could be doing and how you can be enhancing and actually sort of activating within this new moon energy. Now, Pisces is a sign, an element of water sign. So also it could be quite an emotional time for some of you. But I think what it is for me, telling me and what I want to say is to really get in touch with your emotions when it comes around to the decisions and ideals and how you want to actually create your life. Now, what happened was I had to do this video twice because I got interrupted twice. The first time with my cat, then something else occurred. So basically, this is my third recording or attempt to record, but I still have some cards face down because each time I was having to start over. So what happened was I initially drew out 4 cards of the Osho Zen. Okay, 2 of them opened up straight off the bat and 2 are closed down. And then I decided while I was waiting that I would shuffle my other deck, which I've chosen today to use the Wisdom of Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, which I also really love, and put them on the desk so we're ready to go straight off the bat. And incredibly, in this position, which I couldn't think of any better card to get. So this card really signifies what this new moon is about, and it's called New Life. Okay, so again, it's a really amazing time. You know, this is a culmination of the end of the zodiac cycle with Pisces, and we're moving into a new life. And new moons are always about putting new intentions, new plans out into the ether, into the universe. Okay, but particularly, I mean, each new moon is about new beginnings, but I feel that this particular new moon is very much about really accessing our truth around our dreams and what we really want to manifest. So this is very much the theme. Okay, now really look carefully as well as what you would really like to have in your life, what you'd like to birth. Okay, and make sure that also that you are on solid foundation and solid structure in terms of the truth and the congruency and the alignment of your decisions. I would also say my message for the month, personal message that I always ask for in silence and in prayer before I do these recordings. I got 3 bullet messages, and the first one was be in integrity to create your ideal life. So this is really a great match for what the theme is. Okay, and the next message I got as well, okay, was release all else, which is also really important as we sort of attempt to create a new life, that we actually let go of anything that doesn't serve us. And this might be repeated over and over again over the last few months of the forecast, but that's just generally how the cycle of life works. When there's a new cycle wanting to emerge, it's really important that we release the old, okay, in order to get the new. So on a practical level, you won't, you only buy new things, for example, if the old actually has sort of had its, served its purpose, or it's fallen apart, or it no longer belongs in your home, if you like, and we need to see things, our decisions, as well as people in our lives, as that as well. Okay. Now, finally, Aimful Joy is the other message, the last final message I've got here. And I've got a question that also came through was, what would that look like? Okay, so people's joys are going to be different. Okay, for some people, it's actually being able to go out in nature. Like me, I love going out to nature and exercising. I just love it. So that's what brings me joy. For some people, it's picking up a guitar and playing some music. For some people, it's going and maybe doing some painting or whatever your joy is. Okay, for some of you, it could be, I don't know, creating a new, project or whatever it is. But this is really not something I would say that is over work related. But what's really important here is the fact that it is something that you feel really happy about and fulfilling. Okay. And I also suggest that whatever your decisions are, it's really important that joy is the key focus of leading a life that will bring you joy. Okay. So, you want to ask, what would I like to do? Where would I like to live that would bring joy? Or how would I like to express myself in the work that would bring joy out to the world, as well as, more importantly, also give me joy? Because if you do something that's joyful and true to you, you can, really be helping a lot of people, because that's what will come through. Okay, now this is what you need to let go of, which is really interesting as well. So this is the energy that we've come into. And the first card, this is another card that actually did open up, is the card of sorrow. Now here you can see a man actually really feeling very upset. He's got his back to the new opportunities, or not seeing the possibilities of new opportunities that he can actually be putting out there. So this is really important that as we approach this new moon, that there is also a letting go and a release. Okay. And like I said, release all else was my message. And this is very much, I feel, it's no point pining over the lost things, old stories, old ideals, old dreams, relationships that's let them come and gone, or maybe relationships that's broken and you're still holding on to the dreams that you've had with somebody. It could be also maybe the mistakes that you've made, that you've got into relationships that were really not very helpful, or very ended up being really kind of difficult, or hijacking. Okay, it is very important that you actually really let go of whatever is holding you back and is maybe keeping you up at night, or also allowing you to feel down on yourself. Okay, they're all saying there's no point crying over spilt milk. That is very much key here. What's also really amazing is the other card that fell out from the Wisdom of Oracle card was mending in this position. So I love it, because these two cards, I think, are really complementary with each other. Okay, this is now time for you to mend your heart, mend your mind, mend whatever needs to mend. Okay, maybe it's about reaching out and making apologies as well to somebody who's hurt you, not hurt you, but rather you hurt, or maybe, mending whatever emotional, anything. It could be anything that you need to mend. All right, so this is really important. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. So moving on, okay, this is also what could be the next situation in the cycle of this new moon is, okay, here we've got, the card of compromise. So I feel that whatever happens, now my message was be in integrity to create your ideal life. All right, now, if you're going to compromise what's true for you, what's going to bring you joy, rather, if you're going to not, you're going to end up compromising that is certainly not going to be able to create the life of joy. Okay, and I really have a sense of joy being the main theme. I don't believe it's any point creating a new life that is not going to be one of joy, or one of satisfaction, or absolute contentment. Okay, so all else is irrelevant. So that is really what you want to be working with. Okay, now this card here is interesting. It's also in being in the here and now. All right, so by staying in your center, by staying completely embodied in your sense of self and in your seat of truth, okay, without looking too much to the past. Okay, the past is really, in fact, this card as well. And if you can look at this card, you can see there's a past and a future. We're not very good at doing this, and often when I speak to my clients and the clients I've been working with as well, that many come from the past, of regret, of being stuck mentally, as well as emotionless in some way, because they've kind of got into a real rut. Okay, and some others also always look to the future and being worried about what could happen and whatever else. What's really important is you actually let go of being on both sides of the future in the past. Now, I know that sounds like a major paradox, okay, especially as we're creating a new life. But when you actually make intentions and being still and actually writing down or journaling or drawing out what you want for your new life, you don't hold on to it, okay? You actually let it go. Maybe that is also the point of a release all. So once you actually put it out there, once you actually really get the clarity and the integrity of what you want in detail and with feeling about how you want to feel in this life of yours, or what you want to create, or it could be with work, visualizing, maybe you want to be standing up on a podium or on a speaker's platform, really get the sense of feeling that's positive, and also always write it in the present tense, like I'm now feeling this way, or I can feel the breeze on my skin and I feel the sun on my skin and I'm really loving my life, and just visualize it. But once you do that, it is really important to release it, okay? Because that way you're not holding on to it. Because the other thing is, we might have certain ideas or particular ideas or certain ideals about crafting a life with a person or a situation or a dream, maybe, or what was once a dream. Maybe that's not what the divine intelligence also wants. So we always have to have a space for the divine or for destiny to take hold, okay? So coming back to your intentions, really, I would really say is whatever happens, make sure that there is no compromise in it that makes you very rigid and has you stuck. That could be your block, all right? So that's really important. And the other thing is to stay in the here and now. Okay, I'm just going to open the last two final cards. All right, well, okay. So for here we have as the outcome, if you like, or the possibility of this new moon by the month's end and certainly into April. Some of you will have cause possibly for celebration, but most new moon energies, whatever we put out, not only is it effective, but it tends to go on to the next sort of 6-month cycle. Okay, so these things are things that you could actually be experiencing down the line, where you actually maybe have manifested your ideals and how you want to live, or how you want to do life, or how you want to be experiencing. These three women is Three of Cups is the water sign in the Osho Zen, and it's the three, which is often the Three of Cups, which is really depicted as celebration, cause for celebration, as you can see. And these women are dancing in wild abandon, even in the rain, okay, which is right. So it's kind of like they don't care. So again, maybe what is it that you can do, that you don't really care what people think, maybe that's where it's at as well for some of you. So stop thinking about what people are thinking about you, or maybe what your partner wants, or what your mother wants for you, or whatever, because that's where you're compromising. This is really important. And I really believe that you start living a life this way when you actually really lose all concerns and worry about what other people think. Okay. The final card here also, well, you could make this up really, but the final card is here. There's a blessing for some of you. You're really going to strike gold, or your rainbow pot, or you're going to feel so blessed by the end of it, because you've got here the angel of also blessed and feeling blessed. Okay, this new moon, I feel, is going to be quite a magical new moon for lots and lots of you. Because, yeah, I don't know, I just kind of feel it as well. And the cards obviously are confirming it as well. So there'll be a cause for celebration, and there will certainly be a cause for feeling very blessed, and possibly your wishes also really coming true. All right, I do feel with it a nature of release, though. One of the, as you know, I opened the chakra cards, and the two that came out, which also were the two that we've had previously. Now, I use these cards every day for myself, or once a week. On a Monday, I tend to sort of do my own sort of chakra for the week, and sort of play with my cards and stuff. And they're well shuffled. But lo and behold, the two cards that I've recently done, so you might find here, I'm going to put a strip now on the screen about my previous readings as well. It could be the new moon, the last new moon reading, which is about a month ago, or certainly the full moon reading, which we also got forgiveness. So I feel like for some of you, you really need to get into kind of the space of releasing the blame that you might have towards another, fear towards another, and really forgive yourself maybe for the errors that you've made, or possibly even forgive life, for maybe the dreams that, or certain things that had happened because in order to really move, we have to be able to really forgive, you know, and this is getting back into your heart as well. Here I have, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. Okay, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. And in fact, Pisces is very much about unconditional love. You know, it's about getting into your heart and really getting mystical about how you lead your life. And you can only start leading your life mystically as a mystic, if you like, if you really surrender and expand your awareness. Okay, so it's really, really important that you are allowing for truthful forgiveness to occur. Is there anything else I want to add? It says here, you will feel so much lighter and happier in your world, all right? If you release and let go of a situation or a person, and know that it's time to, that forgiveness is required so you can move forward. To find that deep place of forgiveness, you need love, understanding, compassion, and a whole lot of courage. And that is very true, okay? Forgiveness is not an act that's just, you can think of it. It takes a lot of courage and to do with heart. Okay, courage means cour in French, which is to do with heart. The other card that we also got is nurturing as well, which is the earth chakra, which is about nurturing. So this is, again, very key to really be nurturing yourself as you move through this new moon, this month, this next few weeks. And make sure you make choices, optimal choices, to nurture your well-being from the inside and out. Let me see if I can actually give you any more here. It says here, I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I'm open to receive the powerful, loving energy now and always, okay? Now being the key word here as well. So make sure you make decisions every moment when you come up against something, you know, indecision, you know, ask yourself, is this nurturing me? Is this decision going to nurture me, my family, my child, my ideals, okay? Whatever it is, it's about nurturing. Nurture your ideas, which means also you start acting towards cultivating on creating and letting something kind of grow, okay? Particularly the seeds of intention. All right. I think with most of you as well, you do know what it is. So just go deep into yourself and ask yourself what it is that I know in the depth of my soul that I would love to do or want to move towards. Okay. Now on the back of the chakra deck here, which I've, you know, turned over at the bottom of the deck rather, is communication. And I feel this card is also about you really communicating, not only putting your thoughts out. Okay, and possibly even making some maybe act of forgiveness through the communication, through telepathic communication, and maybe communicating that way to let go of any pain or any mistakes or any errors that you might have made, and also communicating your thoughts out to the world. So make sure that your thoughts are positive. Okay, and because whatever you are thinking, we know this. Okay, so those who might be watching this, some of you really already know this, but I know that few people I've been working with recently have a very, very negative mindset. Okay, so much so that that's what you're sending out, and you're literally affirming all the time, all day long, the mental negative chatter. Now, the negative chatter also could be fear that, you know, something's not happening yet, but you're already anticipating some negativity or something going wrong. Again, that is what you're putting out. So just be mindful that that is not what's going to happen. You have no concerns to project your thoughts that far out, and to just be noticing what you're putting out there. If you are going to be putting any thoughts out there, every time you think about something negative, just cancel it out with thinking positively instead. All right, so yeah, just really important. I mean, I can't think of an example right now off the top of my head, but I would say that just ensure that whatever it is that you want to put out there is positive, and that's something that could light you up rather than create any unnecessary fear. Okay, I'm moving towards the surrender deck. So this is a surrender deck, and I'm going to shuffle it. I've already pre-shuffled it, but I'm going to see if the cards have anything to share with us around what it is that we could do with surrendering for this new moon. Okay, we'll see what the cards need to say. Let's see if the cards will drop one out. Oh yeah, this one has two come. Okay, so it says here, I've got two cards that's come up. Surrender to miracles. So this is a wonderful as well. This is also very related to this card about feeling blessed. This card in Colette's Barron read is about miracles and really putting it out there. So allow for opportunities of miracles to come into your life. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real, and let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Okay, really important. I think the juxtaposition of this card is really important as well, because I know for certain that a lot of people, and some of you as well, are really kind of been overthinking, okay, and maybe even creating dramas in your life because that's how you've been operating, okay, or you just constant in your mind creating dramas and a poor me story. So it says here, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And I'd say this for any negative thinking as well. So instead of sort of dramatizing something that's not happened yet, okay, just make sure that you let go of any untruths, okay, that's not happened yet, because that is also living in a drama-filled life. Okay, so be mindful of what you're actually putting into your thoughts, which is, I've lost that card, you know, the card of communication. Make sure, hold on, it's at the bottom of this. Oh, I lost it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so, you know, this is about really putting dramas out there, you know, thinking negatively, well, he's done this and she's done that and blah, 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 and this is going to happen and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's just drama. So again, really be mindful. Okay, this is interesting to do with communication, and it's actually your throat chakra as well, which is to do with a lot of the areas around the third eye. But I'm just, for some reason, really tuning into this being a third eye. And I feel also with Pisces, particularly to do with intuition and imagination and everything like that, the third eye is a really key chakra to focus on. So do focus on all your chakras. It's a really good tune up, as I say, each month. But I would actually, despite the fact that we've got forgiveness, which is a heart chakra, and nurturing, which is an earth chakra, do concentrate also on your third eye particularly. Okay, but for those that know are carrying a heavy burden in the hand, in the heart still, and still feeling sorrowful about some regret, just tune into your heart and speak to yourself gently, or do some fine tuning with some chakra work to do with the heart. Now, if anybody's still going through an emotional breakup, or needing to cut the cords, or to actually mend any relationship with your friend, parent, or whatever, to do with boundaries, or particularly forgiveness work, I do also have a playlist that has a lot of the chakra meditation, healing meditations, which are about 20-30 minutes long, that would really help you as well. So by all means, they are free, obviously, being on YouTube. So do use them, because you will find that they could be of great value and help you to be able to release the past and to be able to move forward clearly, and of course, release the dramas. All right, I'm going to do the final card, I think, for this particular one is the Moonology card from my Yasmin Boland's deck. Okay, I have been using this deck a bit more, but I'm going to just choosing one card now for these new moon readings for the time being. And we'll see if there's any other moon messages that we can receive for this new moon in Pisces. Okay, this is a soul guidance reading for those listening and tuning in. Is a particular card that would really speak to the heart of the matter. Okay, this card has to come out. All right, so it says your answers you need are coming. So for those actually putting some questions out in the world, or maybe you're waiting for something to come through, just know that exactly that you're, well, again, and have your faith in your dreams as well. So this is both similar. Okay, so if some of you are actually stuck on something, waiting for something to come through, or you've been waiting for a solution or whatever it is, just trust that this new moon, by actually being open to miracles and being open to actually putting your intentions and your new life out there, that they will become apparent, which is that one, and have faith in your dreams as well. So really put your dreams out there. And some of you already been putting your dreams out there. So continue to cultivate on them as well. Just check in on them. Maybe just make sure that whatever, you know, if you want to keep a new moon diary or journal, that's always quite a nice way of actually dating them. And you can look back and see which ones have actually come to fruition. Okay, and maybe perhaps the ones that haven't come to fruition, maybe it's about time to let go of them as well. But this is have faith in your dreams. So, and then at the bottom of the deck here is hold on to your vision as well. And interestingly, again, when I had the my Osho Zen, when the deck was split earlier, this is also a vision card, which we also received at the end of the month, last month. So this is very much a time to be in integrity, to creating a life you want, okay? If anybody of you want coaching on this as well, you can actually go to the link below, and you can actually hire my services as well for me to be able to help you to create and maybe refine exactly what that ideal life could be for you. Okay, sometimes we can get lost in our patterns and our overthinking and fear that we have actually lost the map or our blueprint of what's important. Okay, so thanks for listening. I'm going to tune out here. I will catch you next new moon next month, but there will be a full moon reading as well at the end of this month. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Lots of love, and all my details are below. And I will catch you next month. Bye.